first question here, I'm just curious, like, what was the moment where you decided that you wanted to go to Colorado?
Um, so obviously the coach was phenomenal. So my host, Jalen Jackson,
Okay.
and just hearing him kind of talk about the culture and the tradition. He's there for 5 years to be a fifth-year senior. Just hearing his enthusiasm about it and how excited he was, and obviously me being from New York, but he was a Dallas, Texas guy, I believe, and he went to Seminole High School with one of my teammates at Sam Houston, and so it was just like a connection and just talking to him and hearing how he viewed the school and yes sir.
Yeah, and Jalen's had kind of a tough path. He's missed a couple seasons with injuries, and for him, it's kind of like his last run too. So that kind of puts you two in similar
Yeah,
situations.
definitely, yes sir.
Yeah. When was that? When were you here on your visit?
So I was here this past weekend.
Okay. And so you decided pretty quickly that you
Yeah,
wanted to be here.
yeah, and I've been building a relationship with the coaches, and you know what I mean, and just Coach Hagan, he's a legend, and to be coached by somebody like him, and obviously the coaching staff getting to meet them, and just his knowledge and his expertise to the game, definitely something I wanted to be a person I wanted to be coached by.
Was he the first coach from CU to reach out for or to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And who else? What other coaches were involved in kind of recruiting you to Colorado?
The Titans coach, and
Okay.
I also got to talk to the O line coach, and just obviously they're coming from different places, and they also have different experiences at other schools, and that's something that I like. Just to all
Mhm.
come together for one and have the different knowledge and things like that.
Okay. And what did they say to you that kind of sold you from the coach's standpoint on coming to Colorado?
Um, well, one thing for me is obviously football. Football is a business, and but
Mhm.
I just appreciated talking to the Coach Hagan. Like, so sometimes he'll call me just just talk about life. You know what I mean? It
Mhm.
didn't always have to be about football and stuff like that. And just telling me how his day was. I tell him how my day was, and just building a relationship like outside of football first was real big to me. So that's when I kind of realized, okay, these are good guys.
Okay. There's been a lot of turnover at CU this offseason. New offensive coordinator, a new tight ends coach, somebody you're close with, a bunch of new running backs, or potentially there's a couple of running backs who left, I guess. Was that part of your decision making process, just kind of knowing that there's just going to be this fresh start here?
Um, no, it was really like obviously the coaches reached out for a reason, so I was
Mhm.
very appreciative of that. But it was really just just not just the vibe I guess I got from it. Like
Okay.
obviously I realized like right now in college football it's a lot going on. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? From coaches leaving and players like all over the place,
Hmm.
not just CU. So it's definitely something this has been a crazy year, especially from a player's, point of view, just seeing how that works and but just having the opportunity to talk to the new coaching staff and, you know, getting a chance to chop it up with them in person as well was definitely good.
Okay. Well, what did you and Jalen do while you were in Boulder?
He beat me in 2K.
Okay.
He beat me in 2K. We was playing 2K, man, and just sitting on the couch, just two older guys just talking. I guess, man. I had the Lakers. He had the Celtics. Played the all-time team. So
Oh, wow.
yeah. So, but yeah. So we was just playing 2K, man, and got on the Madden after, and just it was just chilling.
Did you win in Madden?
I wanted Madden.
Okay. What
I
do you
wanted.
remember the score?
I don't remember the score, but I'm pretty good at Madden. I'm pretty solid in that. I'm pretty solid.
Really? Okay, so what team were you?
I want to say I was the Chiefs. If I remember,
Okay.
I want to say I was the Chiefs. So this
Okay.
is a pretty good little Madden team to use. Tyreek Hill
Mhm.
action, Patrick Mahomes action.
You throw the ball a lot in Madden, or are you play run game?
See. I'm a running back, so I can't be too. I can't let them know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? They're gonna expect
Oh,
me to run the ball, so I throw it a little more than I run it.
okay. So I play a lot of Madden. There's actually
Okay.
so DNVR where I work. There's a Madden league. It's like all
Okay.
Madden, 32 teams, all user teams, and so it gets super competitive.
Okay. Okay.
But like, what's your go-to play? What's your favorite?
Got to give away the money play. I would say it will be uh, basically it's out of gun formation. I think it's out of Chiefs playbook.
Okay.
Get the slot in. I think it's the running back in motion. You fake like you give him the jet sweep, and then
Oh
he
yeah,
runs a
yeah.
wheel up the middle, and then normally that receiver that's already on the right side normally comes wide open, or you throw it to the running back. So that jet pass wheel route out the backfield
Uh-huh.
is that's pretty solid.
All right, I'm definitely adding that to the playbook.
Okay.
Let's see. What else do I got for you? So you guys just like hanging out, playing Madden, doing that sort of stuff
Yeah,
the whole time?
yeah.
Nice.
It was cool. Got some great food in the area, and
Mm-hmm.
don't remember the
Where'd you
names of
go?
the restaurant, but
Okay.
it was an Italian restaurant.
Pasta J's?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it
that's a
was
good
pretty
spot.
good. Yeah, it was a good spot, and had my family with me, and I was excited. My mom and my cousin, just
Okay.
for them to experience that as well.
Did your mom get out to many games when you were in Texas?
So she went to the first game my mom came to me in college. Funny story actually was the national championship.
Okay.
So she got a chance to see us win the national championship, and we had a rivalry game against Stephen F. Austin, and that was
Mm-hmm.
in NRG Stadium. So she went to some big time games. So she's looking forward to obviously this year too.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. So I went to Montana, and
Okay.
so I've been following FCS football for a while.
Okay.
One of the things that I really like about it is the 2014 playoff. With the whole
Yeah.
discussion going on with like the FBS, what they should do. What do you
Yeah.
think about all that?
Um, I think it's good. It gives other teams a chance to go at those bigger guys.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Go at those bigger schools, and you never know with football. So it's definitely because sometimes not always the best team wins on a given Saturday or whatever day you play. So definitely it'd be interesting if that was to happen.
Mhm. What's it like playing in playoff football games?
It's nerve wracking. Like in the FCS, it's funny because like you're gonna have those new teams that come along, but you're always gonna see the North Dakota States, the
Mhm.
James Madisons, the South Dakota States, and Montana State. So it was definitely just seeing them on the schedule. It's like okay, it's go time. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
it was interesting because we played North Dakota State, James Madison, South Dakota State, and Monmouth. Like it was all kind of back to back to back. So it was a pretty good experience.
Yeah, and I think some people when they see like FCS running back, the concern is like, oh, is he big enough? Is he fast enough to play the Power 5 level?
Yeah,
But then
definitely.
you see North Dakota State go and beat FBS teams all the time, and
Yeah,
James Madison they go beat FBS teams all the time. Montana beat Washington this year. That was like the highlight of my entire year.
yeah. It's definitely always going to be just something that I guess could concern people, but I'll be just fine. And I believe in myself, and also the coaches believe in me, the players, you know what I
Mhm.
mean, that I've met. So I'm excited, and obviously just to get out there and just execute on a high level on a bigger stage.
Mhm.
That's all you can ask for. So I'm just blessed for the opportunity, and so
So your freshman year, you're at Maine.
yes,
And
sir.
I think at that point, Maine had missed the playoffs 4 years in a row. And
Yes,
then
sir.
your first year, first of all, you're freshman All American, which is impressive. But then also you guys make a run to the semifinal game, Final Four, after missing the playoffs that many times. What
Yeah,
stands out about that season to you?
it was just just coming out of high school, out of the Bronx, New York, like, just Maine and New Hampshire was like my only offers. I had some bigger interests, but, just didn't fall through and
Mhm.
through the size and things like that. High
Mhm.
school, I was small, man. I might have been like 170 in high school, coming out of high
Really?
school. Yeah, so
What are you
I'm
at
like
now?
215.
Okay,
Yeah, so I'm
that's a
about
lot
250.
more.
Yeah, so just that season was just like I was like I said I was led by some great leaders, guys, Joe
Mhm.
Fitzpatrick, Nigel Beckford. Those were older running backs. They were seniors when I was a freshman, so just getting led, and I believe that's something that I could bring to CU is just like just good leaders, just a good person to be around, great teammate, because that's
Mhm.
all you really need.
Yeah, and then you wind up at Sam Houston too, which is different than Maine. Maine's a good program, but Sam Houston is
Yes, sir.
consistently competing for national championships.
Yes, sir.
Did you notice like a difference being inside that program versus Maine?
Just different styles of play. So I was in the CAA in Maine,
Hmm.
just a more kind of rough them up, downhill kind of conference. You got your Delaware's, Villanova's, JMU,
Hmm.
built different. You know what I mean? And then I go out Sam Houston and it's air raid, and people are faster and quicker, and so I got a chance to experience both of them, and it was definitely obviously Samuel's being a winning program. Just coming in and getting coached by Coach Casey Keeley, one of the best FCS coaches to coach, and just playing for him, it was a great experience.
Yeah. Did you feel like having that experience being up in the Northeast where they do play rougher football, more physical football? Does that help when you get to Sam Houston and you've got all these Texas guys who playing like 6-on-6 all summer and it is that
Yeah,
speed game?
yeah, definitely. Because like my first college touchdown was uh against the FBS school, Western Kentucky, redshirt
Okay,
freshman. I
yeah.
caught like a wheel route, took it like 60 yards, so it was, just getting the chance to play against even some of those teams we played against Central Michigan too that year.
Mhm.
So just that experience and, just having the experience of being all over the place, you know what I mean? I felt like it's definitely got me ready to go in and accept the challenge of a new school.
You've made a few stops since you left the Bronx. Which transition was the hardest? Was it going from there to Maine or Maine to JUCO or JUCO down to Texas?
I would say Maine to JUCO. And
Okay.
obviously after leaving Maine, it's like, you go to Maine, you go to JUCO, you like, okay, yeah, I play FCS D1,
Mhm.
and you going out there in the JUCO league, and this is before like the transfer portal and everything. So,
Mhm.
you got your 5 stars in there, you got your independents, and I was in the Kansas league.
Mhm.
So I mean, even guys on our defense, I mean, I believe everybody was FBS. Like our starting DN went to LSU, Ali Gay, linebacker. So the talent level in JUCO was definitely something that you really can't sleep on. You know what I mean? And it was
Mhm.
definitely some teams in junior college that was harder than some teams I played at Maine.
Mhm. That's interesting. Because just you just look at the way things are stacked up. It's like Power Five, G5, and then FCS, and then people usually put JUCO behind that. But you do get a
Yeah,
lot of really good athletes.
yeah, and I mean, one of the best athletes. I mean, clean my clock in JUCO is Perion Winfrey. He plays for
Oh yeah.
Oklahoma right now. He's going to the draft. I mean, you just got guys like that all over the place, and I think his name's Kyrie something. He was a DB at Fort Scott. He went to Alabama. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
just playing against guys like that and getting a chance to, at the SES level, obviously some guys fall through the cracks of bigger schools, but getting to go JUCO and playing against guys that went to those, big
Mhm.
schools, definitely was great experience too.
I can't remember Kyrie's last name, but I'm pretty sure like there
Jennings,
was
Jenkins, something like that.
something like that. But yeah,
Yeah.
somebody got hurt for Bama and he started the national
Yeah.
championship game.
So I mean, it's just guys like that and
Mhm.
so yeah, it's a great experience.
Yeah. What happened from there? What were the options that you had? What was your second
So
choice behind Sam Houston?
Sam Houston was kind of like Colorado for me, like had Towson, Stony Brook,
Mhm.
some other schools, but just like Colorado, just with the chance, like when I got a chance to go to a good school, coaches believed in me. I said I didn't need to just wait anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
coaches believe in me, and the people believe in me, and I don't need to, what I mean, wait around and see what else out there for me if I feel like this is for me.
Yeah. So you get there and they push the season back. So you don't get to play the normal 2020 fall season. It gets moved to
Yeah,
the spring. It's like the shortened season. But
yeah.
but what was that process like going
It
through
was
and not
crazy,
having
man.
games?
Like it was just like it was crazy, and then just the turnaround of the season. Just not knowing if you're gonna play.
Mhm.
You're just training, kind of, checking the news every day. I didn't even watch the news up as much as I did during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Just checking out the new variants, everything going on, and
Uh-huh.
testing and things like that. And it was just like, man, are we gonna even play a season, turn around, and then win a national championship from it?
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And then turn around from there. Our national championship game was like May. Turn around June 28th. We're preparing for another season. You know what I mean? And it was crazy, but it was a good experience. 'Cause I was surrounded by good guys and good people.
When you're taking hits like that all spring, is it tough to be ready to play like a real full season with the playoff afterward, with like the full
Yeah,
2014 playoff? Is that a challenge to get your body
it
ready?
it definitely was challenging, and that's why now just I'm just getting back out there. You know, working out hard. Speed, a lot of speed. I've been doing
Mhm.
like a lot of speed work, and just like it was hard from a training standpoint because now you lose, that. Well, even though you're training in the fall, you lose that kind of spring to like get bigger, faster, stronger, and it's just like, okay, right into another season. So it
Mhm.
kind of puts your body on overdrive. So game 2 of the fall felt like game 100. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was definitely a crazy experience.
Was it a tough decision to transfer away from Sam Houston?
It was definitely a tough decision. Just everything that's going on with the program right now, especially they're gonna be moving in a good positive direction. One big
Mhm.
major thing for me was just, I love to compete. You know what I mean? I love to,
Mhm.
so right now, um, I believe just due to rules and things like that, they're transitioning to FBS.
Yep.
So I believe for the next 2 years won't be like bowl game or playoff eligible or
Yep.
something like that. So that was a big decision. That was a big thing for me, and just you know being a part of a winning program like Sam Houston. You know what I mean? Like just playing for the national championship, playing for conferences. We won the conference again this past year. So just having that for a senior year was kind of like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's definitely hard. Yes, sir.
So there's a bunch of guys in the portal. It seems like half of every roster winds up at portal, and a lot of guys don't wind up finding another home.
Yeah.
For you, was it stressful just to kind of wait by your phone and see if
Yeah,
somebody
it's
contacts you?
definitely the transfer portal is definitely nerve wracking, man. Especially when, it's my last year and I just, wanted the opportunity to, finish off strong and hopefully get a chance to the next level, but also getting a new environment, getting a new feel. You know what I mean? So it's definitely nerve wracking. But like I said, Coach Hagan, man, cool as ice, man. He's a cool
Mhm.
dude, man, and he didn't lie to me the whole recruiting process. You know what I mean? And I told him, Coach, if I get an opportunity, you'll see from there. So you know what I mean.
When did he first reach out to you?
I don't know the exact date, but I would say a few days after being in the portal. A few days. So
Okay.
I've been talking to him before I visited about 2 weeks.
Okay. Was the plan always to visit this weekend, or did it just kind of warm up to getting to that point?
It was always the visit. The visit was always in the air. I took a visit to Middle Tennessee
Okay.
the week before, so that was kind of already set up and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So I had that visit and obviously Colorado.
Okay. Um, let's see. I think that's most of what I have for you. Any favorite plays from your career so far? Anything that sticks out?
Like favorite plays of all time, like from
Yeah,
my college career.
from your career. Yep.
So okay, so yes, favorite play from freshman year at Maine will be against Weber State. It was deep in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I get an outside zone to the right to end the game. Uh, Scored a touchdown. Put the game out of reach. Now we moving on to the next round of playoffs. Get in trouble for spinning the ball. Seniors get on me. Rookie mistake. I spin the ball. Cold touchdown, man. You look at a cold touchdown, and probably my second favorite would be uh, me against Southeastern Missouri. Kind of
Okay.
ran, yeah, got up the middle and kind of hit outside and almost got spun around, backpedaled and finished the run. And
Hmm.
it's just the energy because that was the first home game after the national championship. So
Oh
it was
wow.
yeah, so it was a good little experience for me.
Yeah. How big are the crowds at Sam Houston?
We probably couldn't compare it to CU, but FCS, got up to some good numbers. Some
Okay.
some good turnouts. Like our biggest game would be our rivalry game. I feel like about 20,000 or something like that.
Yeah, that's solid.
Yeah, it was a pretty good turnout.
Yeah. That's definitely solid. I mean, that's better than some FBS schools. A bunch of
Yeah,
FBS schools,
yeah.
really.
So
Yeah.
definitely,
Have you seen like Ralphie running before the game? Like the team like runs
I've
behind
seen it.
him.
I just can't wait to just experience it all. I've seen the locker room, just seen everything. I'm fired up. So
Okay. I before we get out of here, just like what's your timeline? You go get your degree in May and
yes,
then you
sir. So
come
I
out to
plan on
Boulder.
getting a degree in May and go right on up, and I'll just
Wow.
be there from there. So yes,
What's your degree in?
So right now my degree is like a general degree. Couldn't really figure out what I want
Okay.
to do. It's like integrated studies, but ultimately the older I got, realized I want to do sports performance, and
Okay.
yeah. So I'm gonna get back into that for grad school, study that, and it was hard for me coming out. Certain kinesiology classes. I didn't know if I really wanted to do it or not, but being a sports performance coach, I feel like it's definitely something that's been on my mind heavy and something I feel like I could do and be good at it.
All right. Is it going to be tough knowing that they're going through spring practices and you're still going to be down in Texas?
Yeah. I wish I graduated, obviously now, and could get out there with the guys and do everything from there. But it's on me to work hard. So by the time I get there, I could just and do everything I can right now to be prepared for when I get there.
What does that look like? Like, the coaches send you like workouts and that sort of stuff, playbook to study?
No, sir. I'm in Huntsville, Texas, and Houston is a great area for working out, and got some trainers out here as far as speed work and getting in there for some facilities, and not skipping a beat. You know what I mean, and getting some good work in with coaches that care.
Awesome. I think that's all I got for you, but I'll see you when you get up here. I'm excited.
All right, definitely. Me too. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for coming on.